Okay, this video is going to be on tips on buying new motorcycles. I've sold hundreds of new and used motorcycles, vehicles, power sports units. I've worked at 4 dealerships, owned I did insurance sales, retail sales, and a hobby shop I owned. So I've got a crap load of sales experience, and I want to try to get some good things off to you people to make it easier on the buying process. Over the years of selling, I've come up with tips for the motorcycle buyer. Motorcycle sales are very different than buying a vehicle. I've got no plans on getting back into sales, so I'd rather pass my information on to y'all than just let it go to the wind. And let me state here, I'm going to say a lot of bad things about dealers, but not all dealers are bad. And in that same sentence, not all dealers are good. They're small businesses, and some of them are just getting by or just surviving. But here's something that you should take from this video if you don't take anything. The biggest fear of any dealership, I'm talking car, truck, whatever. The biggest fear of any dealership is an educated customer. That is a true statement beyond belief. You know, and it will get you a long way. First, before ever looking at a motorcycle, get your financing first. Credit unions have better rates than banks. Shop for good interest rates. Guys are the worst about coming in and doing impulse buying. Women would go, and women are great. They'd go look at financing and then see, about, the model that they need and stuff like that. Problem is about women is they'd listen to men too damn much on what they need to buy. And the guys would always, their dad or uncle would usually always recommend the wrong damn bike for them. Advice from selling. Okay, do your research on the motorcycle before ever stepping into the dealership. Figure out the style, options, colors, and types of the motorcycle that you want online before walking into the dealership. Also, you can look at the inventory of what the dealership has. If they don't have a color you like, well, don't go in. Dealership will always have all inventory online, and you running in every other day, gotta see what you got in. That's not going to work, because they're always going to post what they have there. And you're asking why. You don't want a salesman putting you on a motorcycle that they want rid of and that you don't want. Also, if you coming in all the time and can rub them the wrong way. I remember having customers that would come in, they were looking at bikes, but they always shopped somewhere else. And I was told by my manager, you see that couple right there? You don't tell them a damn thing. That's what he told me. You ignore them. He said, until they buy a motorcycle from us, he said, don't even talk to them. Yeah. Consumer Reports and Cycle World have thousands of reviews on almost every motorcycle out there. Lots of good info of whatever motorcycle you're looking at. Here's something that would really upset me as a salesperson. But they'll tell you this only in financing. They won't tell you this out on the floor. The salespeople won't tell you. Dealers are throwing in dock fees, assembly fees, shipping fees, title work fees, administration fees, paperwork fees, just tons of crap. This artificially lowers the price of the motorcycle, but you will have an extremely hard time to get the true price of the motorcycle. I'm very much against this practice. Also on a note, if you get an external loan, how are you ever going to find the right numbers to secure a loan? The same thing about if you ask a salesman, what is the price of that motorcycle? He'll tell you one thing, and then they'll tell you another in the finance office. You know, it one thing that you should agree on first up in the dealership: no fees. If you do, you as a customer, tell that to the dealer right there, right up. You have to agree to that. No BS fees, none. It says I see that door. I said I could walk out it just as quick as I came in. You know what they're doing is they bring the price of a product down that you look at it and you go, oh my God, that's a good deal. And you run in there, and then all of a sudden you've got thousands and thousands of dollars added to it. It's bull crap. It's bad sales. If a salesperson walks away from you after talking to you for just a few minutes, it's a bad sign. You're a jerk, or you are not financeable. When I did this, I'd go over to my sales manager and tell him why. Like that guy over there, he can't be financed. He's on his second foreclosure, and take the heat off me. And so, manager, if you want to go over there and talk to him and waste your time, go ahead. But that may sound cruel, but folks, salespeople are there to sell. And 95% of the time is people that can't be sold to. So, we want to talk to the people that can be sold to. And you're thinking that's mean and cruel to the customer. To be honest, like I say, after being in sales and seeing people do all this stupid crap for all these years, 99.999% of the gripes that the customer has, they bring it on themselves. I know that sounds strange, but it is. Get back to the article. Never pay MSRP. MSRP can be changed by dealers. Yes, dealers are not supposed to. But if you have a computer and a printer, and they go put it out there. That's just information out there. Never talk down, disrespect, argue, treat badly, talk loudly to any employee at a dealership. If you have a problem, go to the dealership manager. If you treat a salesperson badly, it will go against you in more ways than you can count. And I did it against customers, and so if I did it, I know there's millions of other guys who've done it against customers. Only deal with one salesperson at a time and stick with them. It's a bad sign if a customer starts getting kicked around to other salespeople. What they're doing when they kick you down to another salesperson, they're being nice to you, and but they're not coming out and saying it. But you don't qualify, or they want to sell you some piece of junk. Check for recalls online. Many dealers will not deal with a recall until the unit is sold. I know that sounds crazy, but yeah. Motorcyclists and Trader Magazine are supposed to know new motorcycle prices. I don't know if Motorcyclist Magazine is still in existence yet or not, but there are websites out there that will give you the new price of what motorcycles are and kind of give you an idea of where to deal with. When you get a new price on new motorcycles, it's a 4 to 7% markup, and you can look at that zone as far as what you could deal with. On a used unit, it's a 1/3 to 2/3 markup, sometimes more, on used units. And nobody ever deals on used units. They always just take what they say. Deal. Save your money. Take care of insurance before buying. All you have to do is call your insurance agent or the home base of the insurance company with a VIN number, and you're covered at the dealership so you can drive it away. You have to have Tier 1 credit, a credit score of 726 and up, to be able to buy motorcycles. Some motorcycles, some manufacturers and dealers, depends on it, have come up with special financing for those with less than Tier 1 credit. At the motorcycle dealership that I worked at, we would finance those with less than Tier 1 credit, only 3 or 2 a year. That's it. And each of them had a GPS tracker on them. Yep. That's how bad, that's how little they want to sell people with less than Tier 1 credit. So it's these young people, they wonder why they can't get motorcycles, because their parents are co-signing and stuff like that. Buying a used motorcycle from a dealership, you normally have to have Tier 1 credit. That'd be a 726 score and up. Motorcycles in the credit world are considered toys, or what I call not DOT standardized transportation. DOT standardized transportation is cars, trucks, autos, things that get you to and from work. And they don't consider motorcycles that. They have to adhere to DOT standards for the road, but not be called standardized transportation. I know it sounds strange, but that's what it is. It all happened back in the 70s. Try to look online dealerships, at least 6 or more dealerships before you're looking at your local dealership. This will give you an idea of what's going on and the models and stuff you're looking for. When you walk into a dealership, don't be surprised if you have a bunch of salespeople trying, to jump on you. It's a common practice. It's called dog-eat-dog sales technique, where they'll have a small allotment of stuff to sell, and they hire all these salespeople to try to push sales because one wants to outdo the other. It's an outdated system. It's a horrible system, but it's a system that's still in place right now. The motorcycle dealership that I came from, they use that. The pile of crap new dealership I worked at, they do it. In fact, that crap town I keep talking about, every dealership over there has that. I mean, they'll have like 60 vehicles, and they'll have 16 to 18 salespeople. What the hell? There's going to be days that nobody's going to come in. If it's raining outside, nobody's going to come in and buy a vehicle. That is very much against you as a customer. And I hate that sales technique because when you do get with a customer, it's going to be, he's going to be talk fast, and he's going to always be looking over his shoulder. And there's going to be people that try to come in. So, hey, if you come over to my desk, I'll knock another $200 off the price of it. Bull crap system of selling. But when you do walk in the door, like say if you're going to parts, tell them, hey, I'm going to parts, leave me alone. I'm going accessories, leave me alone. Where's service at? Leave me alone. But be advised, if you're going to service, that's when a good sales technique is that they're going to come and try to attack you. Hey there, buddy. I see you got a broken down motorcycle. How about getting a new one and not have to work on it? Come over here to my desk and we'll work out the deals. You've just set yourself up for a screwing. If your bike is in a shop and you're looking to trade it off right there, they will stick it to you like you've never been stuck before. Okay, if you're bargain shopping and don't care, Ask the salespeople, hey, what do you really need to get rid of? What do you need to move? And tell them right off the bat, you can do better on the price. He'll go into the manager, come back out, tell him again, you could do better on the price. And with a little bit of work, you'll be amazed at the price you can get on something like that. Look at dealer reviews online. That will give you an idea if they're a bunch of jerks or not. I mean, honestly, you want to go into a place that you like. If there's a lot of turnover on employees, it's an idiot place. The motorcycle place that I just came from, a 25-year employee left, a 30-year employee left. And there's all just a bunch of people now making minimum wage there. Do you think a minimum wage person cares about you? Nope. Don't forget to bring trailer tie downs, how to get the motorcycle home. If you're going to ride it, bring a helmet, gloves, jacket. That also helps out on test ride. Good service. Your good service and your treatment depends on your attitude, the dealership's attitude. If the dealership is losing money, they're going to treat you like crap. If you're spending lots of money, they're going to treat you like a king. Depends on your problems. And believe this or not, if you look like a bum, they're going to treat you like a bum. I'd had customers come in looking like a bum, and the guy from the parts counter came in, started taking pictures of him, putting it on social media. Ha ha, look at this jerk. You know, I didn't get in trouble for it. It wasn't my fault. Okay, if you trade in a motorcycle, first, I'm going to ask you not to do it. But if you have to, you must accept what they will give you. And like I said, you will get shafted, which is losing a lot of money like you've never been shafted before. Dealers love to finance and accessories. Be warned, if you do the numbers, you're actually paying 2 to 3 times the price for that product when you finance that crap in. Because number one, they're going to mark it up. And number two, you got that interest crap you got to pay for. Dealers are forgetting now to fill up fuel tanks. Sometimes you got to remind them. Before buying, write out a list of manufacturers you want to buy from. Write out your needs, your wants, and then you can pare them down to the type of motorcycles that you need to wade through. Also, you want to be cautious of European models. Like say, if you got a local dealer and you buy a European model, that's okay. You got your service, you got your parts, you got everything, to deal with that. But if you buy a model, like say I bought a BMW, and the state next to me has no BMW dealerships, and the closest repair center is a 3-hour drive. I screwed myself by doing that, and I should have known better. I should have known better. There's this old-fashioned thing. People think that cash will get you a better deal. I got whole cold hard cash. Cash makes no better deal. Cash or finance is all the same. Some people go straight to the sales manager or the dealer manager, thinking that they're going to get a better deal, and usually they don't. I have never seen one of them people get a better deal. I used to get people that would come in, and the only thing that they would ask for is, what's the payment on that?